You're listening to Chatting with Flor Moran, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. First of all, love, peace, and love and kindness. Please, we need more of that in this world. And welcome to another episode of Chatting with Flor. I hope everybody is doing well. And today I have a special guest, like everybody that I bring here that I want to share with the whole world is another special guest for me as well. And her name is Claudia. Welcome, Claudia.
Hello.
She's Claudia Rodriguez. She was born in Santa Ana, and also she resides in San Bernardino. And she has a bachelor's degree in business administration with accounting, concentration from, you know, um, California State University of San Bernardino. She's interested in becoming a politician and has served as a city commissioner for the city of San Bernardino and a member of other governing agencies in the city nearby, in the nearby cities. She loves to travel internationally. She has been in different countries and learning their languages and culture. And she's passionate about writing. That's one of the reasons I brought her because she has a beautiful book that I just fell in love. Um, any of you guys know I love reading and I love books, especially the ones with messages. So this one is a special one, and the reason I chose this, or God chose this, because she has a couple of books, and the one that stood out, it was this one. Ta-da! So here's my friend Claudia. Welcome to Chatting with Flor. Thank you so much for taking this leap of faith with me here on this episode. Thank you. And you want to say something, my dear friend?
Yeah, I was born in El Salvador, Santa Ana, El Salvador, not
Hey,
California.
thanks for
No.
correcting me, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to get fact checks. Okay. We want everything correct here.
Yeah. And yes, that is my second book. And the original one, the first one was El Salvador 1979. Um, it was the escape from the Civil War from El Salvador and how my mother, my sister, and I got here to the United States. And
Oh,
it's also motivational for young adults.
awesome. She's a motivational writer. That's one of the reasons I fell in love with her book because it motivates me. And thank you so much once again for being here and taking this, chance with me on this episode. I know you're very private as well, but thank
Ye-
you.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be on your channel.
The honor is mine because my viewers and listeners, they need to know about this beautiful story, about this book. So tell me, how you feeling right now?
A little nervous. I'm a
Don't
little
be nervous.
nervous.
It's me, Floor. We work
Yes,
together on set, so we know. We'll cool. We'll chill.
yes, true.
So, she's a wonderful lady. She's a jack of all
Okay.
trades, and she's so powerful in her writing because I've been reading this book since I got it and since I met her, and I told her I'm gonna have you on my podcast. People need to have this message. And the reason this stood out is because God's will. As everybody knows, I'm not perfect. I have my flaws, my mistakes. I'm not here to preach anything because I'm the least person to do that, and I don't intend that. Um, all I can say is just to spread love and kindness and leave a positive message to the world because we need to change for the better. And that's one of the reasons I brought Claudia because this book is so beautiful and God's ways to tell me, hey, this is part of your, message that I want you to deliver. And let me tell you, since I decided to bring her over on this episode, it's been a little bit of challenging, especially health wise. And I've been poked a lot. And, meaning no by her is just, when you have so many obstacles, sometimes it's because there's something good. And I'm glad we were able to pull through. And like, you know, Hollywood says, the show must go on. So, yes. And I'm sure you've been poked too. You have your little pokes too.
Yeah.
So tell me about this book. This is a beautiful book. I love the title, and I did my research about it. It's Under the Wings of God. I am, and parentheses, I am. And I did my research, and I am is a little like a chant, like I am. So the reason of that is because we just read it like how it's I am, but is to see yourself as God sees you.
Mm, I guess it is translated in different versions to everybody. So,
Hmm.
for example, that's
This
what
is
you
my version. This is the
that's
message
your
I got.
version. And what I tell a lot of people is don't judge the book by its cover.
Mm.
But I am Christian, and I know that in the Bible, under Exodus 3:14, God said to Moses, "I am who I am," and He is mentioned a lot of times in the Bible as "I am." So the parentheses doesn't mean it's me, but it's God in my interpretation. And Under the Wings of God is from Psalm 91. And that's because my mother died in 2020 from COVID. And every
Sorry.
time I would go to surgery or I was going through something bad, she would always read that psalm to me. And when I wrote this second book, it was like God took my hand and I finished it in like 9 months.
Wow.
And then the title, as a writer, you have to think like, what title should I put on my book? And it just like came to me, like Under the Wings of God, the psalm, and then I am
Wow.
Him. So it is my way to my testimony to the world of a few of the many miracles God has done to me. And it's for people that don't believe in God mostly, so they can see that He does exist.
Wow.
And to make a change in the world.
And
That's
it
what I
does.
wrote
And
it.
it's a beautiful book. I totally recommend it. And it's something I don't regret spending money on it because it has a beautiful message.
Oh, thank
And
you.
because sometimes you buy books and then you don't get the message, or it's like what a waste of time. But this
Yeah.
one, no, this one, on my end, my personal experience is like it was worth it. And I've been reading it. Like I already read it like 3 times because I like to do my research before I say something or bring something to my podcast.
Yeah.
It's just me.
That's great.
Even
Yeah.
if I take any project, I always do my little research so I can be ready and have the right tools. But this is a beautiful book, and what I love is that you're sharing with the readers about your view on spirituality, your connection, your relationship with God. But
Yeah.
I don't want to give out everything because it's gonna spoil, and I want people to go online and get it. So where
Oh,
they can buy
thank
this
you.
beautiful book and many others that you have.
Oh, okay. You can find my books through Amazon.com. Uh, both of them, but El Salvador 1979 you can find in Barnes and Noble, Walmart, um, Target.com, and also the publishers directly with Fulton Books.
Awesome. And the
Yeah.
reason I say this because we might get more into the conversations, and I don't want to forget to promote the books because this is the main reason, we're doing this too, is because
Oh,
this is
thank
a
you.
beautiful book. And, we might get into different topics, or the conversation will, uh, go extend on different things and views that we might have and we would like to share. But this is the main thing. We want to promote this beautiful book and also the other one. And we'll have a different chapter for the other book as well. So every
Thank you.
book it gets their own respect because to me books are special. I was brought up in a family like um, they were like more into book literature, also poems, music. So like classical music. So this is kind of like there's a respect. Every book to me on its own is like a respect, because you don't know as a writer, once you are a writer, so much work goes into each book. The
Oh, yeah.
cover, what's inside, the message, everything. It's like every detail is so well taken care of. So people don't know all the work. that you put
Mhm.
into a book, and the
Yeah.
energy. Because this been like this little book, like she said, don't judge it by its cover, but it's a beautiful cover. I love this.
Thank
Um,
you.
but it's powerful. Since I got it and I was reading it, I read it like I said, we met on set and we were working, and then I was reading it, and then something happened, and I was just the only one, and like it was God protecting me of something. And I was like, okay, this is a powerful book. I get God is telling me you have to share this message.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I shared this with you when that happened. So I was like, okay, it's meant to be. She needs to be on the podcast. And also, like, um, I was going through something else in my health, and I was reading the book, and then there were messages like they were like really getting into me. I was like, okay, this is a special book, so people really need to know this. So
Wow. I'm glad that that my book, my writing has, and my stories have given you a message and helped you in some way.
yeah, and I think people need to know because it's not that she paid me or anything. Okay, I'm just telling you the truth that this is my experience what I went through with this book. So it's magical to me because I'm a spiritual person, and I just love it, and especially stuff like this. It touches
Oh,
my heart because it's like, okay, we're on the right path. This is something that people need to know, and I love to bring quality instead of quantity. So that's me. So this is quality, and you won't regret, as many other writers I'm bringing on my episodes. I'm bringing just people that is gonna have positive messages.
wow.
So, and she's giving a message on this book, so I totally recommend it as the other books as well.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, let me ask you.
Okay, ask me.
Let me
I'm
ask.
ready. No.
This is a total different style podcast. I don't go with everybody's rules. It's just me chatting. That's why it's called Chatting with Flor, because this is me chatting with my friends, with my buddies. The people that say, "Yeah, I want to join in your crazy ride of podcasting your own way." Yeah, you know me. I don't do
Yeah.
like everybody else. I just don't go in the same box like everybody else. This is me.
Yeah.
And well, what I was gonna ask you. Um, If you have a chance, like to be asked by somebody that is closer to you, what faith means to you? If they
Faith.
ask, yeah, faith.
Well, uh, to me, faith means believing in God, trusting in Him and in every way, because without Him, I don't think anything can be possible in this world. And I believe that, if I never had faith in God as much as I do now, a lot of my accomplishments and dreams would have never happened.
Right.
So, faith is trusting in God, having Him in your heart, and always ask Him to guide you the right direction.
Amen to that. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Wow. So that's what it means to you, faith.
Yes.
Awesome. And what is your favorite book or books besides
Well,
this
I know, right?
one? Mm-hmm.
Both of my books. First, the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I I read the Bible every day, and the more I read it, I enjoy the stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little, like if I'm reading the Cinderella book, but it's about God and the stories from the beginning of time. So
Right.
Bible is my first book. I go with the book everywhere, in my car, in my cell phone. Um, but the one book that inspired me more to kind of think outside my box, um, is called The Wisdom of Walt, which
Okay.
is uh, the leadership lessons from Disneyland, from Walt, how he created Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
And that book just made me think about my life and what changes I needed to do. And I read that about 15 years ago
Oh,
or
wow.
20. And that's when I started reorganizing my life and trusting God, asking Him to guide me. And then things just happen one thing at a time. It just kept
Mhm.
opening
Wow,
doors to me.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And you notice like people that are successful, they always think outside the box. They don't fit in the everybody's box.
Yeah.
And those are
Mhm.
the ones that become successful. And look at you. You have your books. So there you go. That's another successful story and positive.
And my major was accounting. I worked as an accountant for many years. I never had in my timeline, which I mentioned on my first book, I never had in my timeline that I would ever become a writer.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's like God changes our path and unexpectedly, but He knows the perfect timing for that to happen.
Got it. That's
Hmm.
true. That's so true. Yeah. And what motivates you in life besides writing? Because I know you're writing on something else right now.
Life itself motivates me. I feel that um, life has so much to offer, and that
Mm.
God made so many things for us as humans to enjoy.
Mhm.
And I enjoy doing gardening. I enjoy doing acting part time. When I'm
That's
on
a good
call, there
question.
I go. I learn to learn different languages, um, history. There's so much in life that we can enjoy as humans. I'm against drugs, so to
Me too.
me, to me, when I see a young teenager in the street, um, all drugged, begging for money, I always stop and tell them, what, why you do this? Like, get closer to God. And I usually tell them to join a church, the church that I attend, or other church,
Right.
because their life is beautiful. God created so many things. We have all the parks, where we can go with our families to have a
Right.
picnic.
Yeah.
Nowadays with technology, we don't see that much.
And that's a beautiful point you brought because that's the beginning of our conversation here. What faith means to you. Without faith, you wouldn't gone this far. And there you go. You see people on the street with drugs, alcohol problems because the lack of faith and the lack of a higher power belief. I think that's one of the things that is important for us to have in our lives. And the
Yes,
lack of faith and the lack of belief on a higher power sometimes can help
yes,
us, to overcome, those hurdles in life and not being that weak minded or weak in faith. And that's one of the reasons we see people in the world, that they just give up and they don't continue this, the constant, I call it the constant hustle and grinding that you have to do in life. But
yeah,
yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
yeah. When people read my books, they would see the life I had
Hmm.
uh, from the beginning. In my first book explains when we left the Civil War and everything I went through. And no matter what I went through in life, I never let drugs or bad influencers um, mess with my life. Instead, I learn more. Because yeah, the world has so much for us to explore, to learn. You know, reading. There's a lot of good
I
books
love
out there.
to read, and everybody that I bring, I have to read their books 2, 3 times. Not because I don't get the message, just I want to give the respect and absorb the message that wants to be delivered and get my version of the message.
Yeah. So reading books is a good way to learn a lot from
Mhm.
life, from different people, and try to incorporate that in your life to become a better person.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And I was going to ask you as well, what is the legacy you want to leave behind for the world and generations?
The legacy I want to leave behind is that, for people to get closer to God, find a church. It doesn't matter to me like what religion you're devoted to, because to me we all believe in a higher being. We all believe in God. He has different names. So I would just love people to trust, have faith, and teach others about God and the good things He does to us. When you have faith in Him. um,
Mhm.
I wish younger generations don't do drugs, stay off drugs, and educate themselves or get closer to other people, mentors, to turn around their life. Uh, Church has helped me, a lot, uh,
Yeah.
to become a better person.
Oh, that's awesome. And you are, and that's one of the reasons I have you here because I'm bringing special people to this podcast because I want people in the world because you're seeing all over the world, Central America, Europe, Iran, anywhere you're seeing, not just here. So that's the reason
Yes,
I want to reach out to the world and spread love and kindness and faith. Even
yes,
if you don't if even if you don't believe on anything, but there's a higher power in it. As long as I make you believe there's a higher power, I'm doing my work and delivering the message. And
yes,
God has used me as a vessel. um, I'm not the perfect vessel. I have my mistakes, flaws, and I always remind everybody that because I don't want people to get the wrong message. Oh, she's preaching. No, 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 no. I'm just a regular human being living a soul experience, and I want everybody to understand that we're just souls to learn our own journey and to learn the lesson. And once the lesson and the journey is completed, then that's when we go and reach and meet the others that crossed over, you know and
yes,
if we're lucky to meet our God, if you know
yes.
we get to that level. But
Hmm.
and that's beautiful, the message you want to deliver, and that's your mission with your books and your story. And thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm honored, and I pay respect to your books and to your message, and I hope you feel it, and everybody out there feels it, and feels the energy, because that's all I'm trying to accomplish.
Hmm.
And also, I just want to say that what you brought about the faith is like when you mention about people doing drugs and alcohol and all of that. Sometimes they do it because of depression. They do it because they're going through a lot of stuff and they don't know how to channel that. And that's, in my case, what has helped me going over hurdles in my life. Um, I call it a journey that God has put me through in this earth experience, is because I needed to learn a lesson and I needed to be polished to the woman I am right now. And without those experiences, I wouldn't be able to be who I am right now, and I wouldn't have this opportunity that he lined up for me. And I
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to connect with people like yourself and the other guests that I had if I wouldn't be the person I am right now because of all those hurdles and pains. But I was able to tackle them, and I'm still going through that through faith. And that's
yeah.
how you and I connected, through the faith we have.
Hmm. Yeah, life always gives us those hurdles, and we always hit a wall. And you can't give up when you hit that wall,
Mm.
because there's something better when you go around it. You
Right.
know,
And
yeah,
that's so beautiful what you said, because when you lack of faith, that's when you see the people falling into the drugs, alcohol, and whatever you name it. And we're not pointing fingers and we're not judging, because we're nobody to judge. It's just that we're just sharing our own views and experience and what
yeah,
has worked for us to overcome the
yes,
hurdles and not falling into that path, because we don't want other human beings to fall into that path.
yes.
And
Hmm.
with this message and these tools, like this beautiful book and the other two can help you, why not?
Oh, thank you.
No, it's true. And that's the reason I do this podcast, because I want people to get the message. And, this is what we're trying to deliver. And not telling you how to live your life, okay? Everybody has their own journey.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah.
So thank you so much for that beautiful answer. And let's have some fun. What else you want to share with me? What else you want to ask?
Um, I don't know. I'm here to
Don't be
answer your
nervous. Don't
questions.
be nervous. I told
I,
you this is
I'm
just a
here to answer your questions. Ask
well,
me.
you can ask me too, whatever you want.
Um,
What do you want to share with the world? Okay, what else you want to share?
well, one of the things you kind of mentioned was if I had a superpower,
Hmm.
what would I wish to happen?
Yeah, what would
And
it be your superpower?
yeah, so obviously, to be able to change this world,
And how
you
would you change
know,
it? On what?
you know, in my opinion, when the pandemic hit, I wish the world was like that all the time. Everything was so,
Oh, with COVID?
yeah, with
No,
COVID,
no,
everything.
I don't want to have COVID, girl. I went through all
No,
the stress of
but
COVID, and
it
I
was
lost my
like
sense of smell. No,
there
thank
was
you.
like there was no wars. It's like
Oh, that's
even
what
the
you mean. Okay,
yeah,
got
everything was so quiet. Like there was no wars. Even those evil people were scared. They wouldn't come
it. I
out.
wouldn't come out and do anything
I
crazy or
used to
yeah.
love going to work in 15 minutes versus like 2 hours in traffic. Um, there was quiet, and it's like, wow. To me, it's like God sent a message. Be afraid of me, you know. You should be afraid of me because it was peaceful. And
Yeah.
then it also brought more, well, in my experience, it
No, I
brought
get it.
my
It's totally
family
your point of view.
closer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
brought my family closer. And I felt that God message was, we need to be closer as
Yeah. Because
family
end of
and
the day,
friends.
we only have each other, and we don't love each other, and we're not kind with each other. What? You know?
Yeah, so if I had superpower, I wish I could turn this world to be in the way it was during COVID,
Right. Right.
like we were more united. We People were scared of God,
Yeah.
the pandemic, and change it, to
Right.
be the most beautiful place on earth. Um, the other thing is, in the Middle East, like that was the cradle of civilization. That's where everything started.
Right.
And to me, it's like that area of the world should be the most holy place in the world where everybody could go, and actually
Where do you,
relax.
where Israel
In the
or
Middle East,
oh the Middle East,
Iraq,
Iraq? Yeah.
Egypt, all those areas that are mentioned in the Bible from the past.
Mhm.
Like it should be the most peaceful place on earth where everybody can, go meditate, go pray. So if I had
It's true.
superpower, that's what I would like to do.
Oh, it's a beautiful. I love that answer.
Yeah.
And looking at your book, I know um, you study a lot about the Bible. You study theology, and and that's what I love about you. Like, um, you're very smart. You are like a deep thinker, like myself, and that's how we connect in the sense that we are deep thinkers. And I love that you study a lot, like you study. What else did you study besides the accounting, all that stuff? But I know you study a lot of like the Bible, and can you share that with us?
Yeah, well, I was at the church I attend. I was studying leadership classes, but at the end, like it's for becoming a minister.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I go with whatever God opens the
Your way.
road God, yeah, opens for me. I even say in the book, if there's an opportunity, go for it. for some reason, I took the leadership class because I thought, oh, I'm going to become a great leader like the pastor. Um, but once you're in it, you take all these like theology classes, all these religious classes, you read all these books. And at the end, it's like for you to become a minister.
Oh,
So all of that, helped me a lot. But I stopped because COVID hit and I stopped going to the classes. I didn't finish. But, to me, it's like it opened my eyes more to learn more about God and religion. And not to judge any religion because only God can judge us.
right.
But it's a good experience, to get educated by learning about different religions and their beliefs.
Awesome. I love that. And I love that and I admire that about you. I always look up to anybody that is, um, so smart and dedicated to whatever topic they want to hone in, and you're one of those persons. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
And
and I've been learning Arabic for like 20 years too.
that's another thing I was going to ask you. So how is it? Because that's a beautiful language too. It's like one of those songs that like people have been speaking since, I don't know, since Jesus Christ era.
Yeah, it's really hard to learn. I'm still learning. Well, learning, we can learn until we die, but
That's what I
I
always say, and I preach that to my kid, like, "You never stop learning," you know?
no. And Arabic, I don't know. I enjoy it, writing it,
That's so
speaking
beautiful.
it. I got to the point where I
You
could
should
read
write
it.
something for me next time you text me and tell me what it is.
Oh, I should, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the quote of the day, because she sends me, like, beautiful, like, biblical messages for me to read, because she knows I love that kinda stuff, and that inspires me to take my day, and, I just I love it when you do that, and I have another friend too that she does that to me. And, I love that. So next time you send me something, send it in Arabic so I know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Practice,
Mhm.
practice. Because I
Yeah.
know you don't have anybody to practice right now Arabic, or are you? Or
Yeah, I have a few friends that are Middle Eastern.
oh,
I,
okay, cool.
I,
Yeah,
those are the people I try
you
to
can practice.
practice with. Yeah.
Tell me something in Arabic, like a message to anybody
Oh,
out there that speaks the language.
well, the easiest one is Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, anybody knows that, no? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Yeah, but thank you. It's like myself. I love languages. When I was a stewardess, as you know, I worked for the airline industry. And shout out to my bestie, Nicole. Her and I, we worked together. She worked for Aer Lingus and I worked for Mexicana. And we had to, be ready. And I had to, that's when I started my journey of learning different languages. I was studying Italian and then Portuguese. That's we speak Spanish comes from the Latin. So it's easier for us to understand it and speak it. So,
Yeah.
and then my mom helped me to, um, just to speak Korean because she speaks Korean. She's a retired nurse and she had like a lot of patients, Korean speakers. So she learned the language and she passed it along to me.
Oh, and that's the next language. Like I've been trying to learn
Yeah,
Korean.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll pick it up fast since you speak Arabic, but to write it is a different story, girl. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
might be easier for you because you already got the Arabic thing going there. So you never know with the Korean. So yeah, but it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love those cultures. I love their food. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's
but
fun.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's another thing we have in common, the language stuff. We love to travel. We love to learn different languages. So yeah, that's nice. So, and what is your favorite food?
It kind of is tied to the Middle Eastern
Oh, I love the food. I
Middle
love the
Eastern
rice
food.
too. I love
Yeah.
the rice. So, what do you like?
I like their shish kebabs and the rice and the grilled onion and
Hmm.
their salads,
Hmm.
hummus.
So healthy too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
Oh,
the
so
only
that's your
thing I
favorite.
don't the only thing I don't like is the I think the yogurt drink they have. That's I don't
Yeah,
like.
me
Hmm.
too. Yeah, yeah. And what is your favorite drink?
Oh, you know, they say as a Christian you shouldn't drink, but once in a while I do have a red glass of wine to
There's
unwind.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I know we're against alcohol and drugs, but once in a while, like everything with moderation is fine.
Yeah,
When you go
like
crazy and all this stuff, that's when that's an issue.
yeah,
And you know
yeah,
why religion goes against the alcohol and all this stuff? Because our bodies are temples, and when we
yes.
drink alcohol or something, it opens the portal for your, I guess, aura, you call it. I could be wrong, but um, then it's a portal that opens for any other entities to get in your body, and that's when people start acting up and saying things.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I learned something from you today.
So that's the reason religion is against of that too, and because your body is a temple, and um, you just have to take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
But everybody takes care of your temple in different ways.
Yeah, like it's okay in moderation once in a while, but not like an everyday thing. Then
Mm,
that's a problem.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But, nobody's perfect. We're all doing our best living this soul experience, like I said, and this earth experience. And we're just learning. And it's just to come to learn our own lesson. That's we're here.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's a different topic. We'll talk about reincarnation and all this stuff in another episode.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. I try to bring different guests that they know, different topics and develop it and share those with the audience and viewers because, there's a lot of stuff in spirituality that we don't know, you know,
Yes.
and sometimes we're brought up in a different way. Oh, no, that's bad. That's this. No, but if it's out there for us, why
Mm-hmm.
not to learn, it's something positive. So,
Exactly.
and what kind of music you like?
Ooh, music. Since I like the world and love to travel, I love all kinds of music. Um,
Yeah.
but usually when I'm writing, I turn on soft jazz music or classical music.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of, I don't know, inspires me to write, you know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice. That's beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, that's because I mentioned that to you. I'm in the works of writing a book. I put it on hold because I'm developing this and my acting career. And I'm a mom and a wife too, so I have a lot. But
yes.
that's blessings. I'm not complaining. But yeah, on my book, I'm just taking a page at a time and just what comes into mind. But for me, it's like night owl, like around 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. I'm up, and that's when I get inspired.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my first book took me like 13 years because I was working full time and I don't even remember when I used to sit down and write, but I believe it was mainly at night and on Saturdays. And it was the beginning of my writing career.
Mhm.
So I kept hitting a wall.
Yeah,
And sometimes I would cry because I wanted to finish, but then I
right.
was like, why am I crying? I'm gonna finish someday.
It
And then it
happens.
happened. It happened,
Look at me. I've been talking about it until now. I'm trying to like, okay, get it done, but I have a lot of things, but a lot of blessings though. And um, I know how it goes. So yeah, but I'm glad you got them out and this beautiful book. This book is powerful to me. It's been powerful since the minute I got it in my hands. It
Wow.
is, yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
glad you liked it.
Yeah, I do. Like I told you, I've been reading it and reading it. I even read it to my little one, to Emma, and
Mhm.
so we've been
Yeah.
practicing with our reading with her, and I want her to get into the habit of reading, and this is a beautiful, positive book, so I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. And my writings are easy to read. My
That's
books
what
are
I love
easy
it.
to read because I want younger generations, the young kids to understand it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put words that you needed to be looking at a dictionary every word, as you read. I just wanted to make it simple for everybody to understand, starting from the young people.
And remind the viewers and listeners, how can they buy your beautiful book and the other book as well?
Oh, they're both in Amazon,
Okay.
Amazon.com.
Okay.
And it's all over the world.
And that's the beauty of that.
There's many. My first book is actually in
You have it there, so you can show that
individual
one.
libraries.
Yeah, you
Huh?
can show that one, and I'll show this one too, so you can
Oh,
bring it up so people can see the other one too, the cover. Yeah,
yeah.
how beautiful they are.
Thank you.
And that tells you the story, the bio of Claudia as well, and the story behind of it and everything. So those are beautiful books.
Thank
So no, thank you for taking this leap of faith here on this episode of Chatting with Flora. I told you I don't do things like everybody else. Okay, this is just me.
you. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm glad. That's all that matters to me. That people have fun and they feel at ease, and this is organic, and also the viewers and listeners, because that's and deliver a message.
Mhm.
And what are your future projects?
Well, I am translating my books in Spanish. The first
Yay!
one is already in the electronic copy is already in Spanish.
Mhm.
The hard copy should be in Spanish soon. My
Wow.
second book is the blue one, Under the Wings of God. I'm working on that one to publish in Spanish, but I'm also going to publish them, God willing, in Arabic, Portuguese,
Oh,
and Italian.
wow.
And then I have two other books that I'm writing for little kids.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the legacy you want to leave behind for the world and generations, we already talk about, the faith and believing in God, but what else you want to add to that? What is the legacy you want to leave?
I want everybody to love each other, and respect each other, and don't judge people, because each of us are made, uh, we all have a different story in our life, and we don't know what person is going through. Um, and be patient, understanding of each other. And if you can help, like help the need with what you can, because any little cent counts, or, you know, clothes, shoes, whatever. So just, but mainly love each other and have faith in God.
Got it. And that's a beautiful message. And for everybody out there, like I said, we're seen and heard all over the world. So, and also for those viewers and listeners, Spanish speaker, there's CC captions through LA Talk Radio Facebook, and it will come out there as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah, we're all over the world, girl. We're not just here in California, in beautiful, sunny California. Isn't it nice that we have sun again? It's hot.
Yeah, and there I live close to the mountains, and I believe 2 days ago there was snow in the mountains.
Snow already? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, after the fires, we got that's the beauty of God. You see, He gave us fire. Now we have snow, and
and rain, thunder,
yeah,
lightning, everything.
yeah, that's the beauty of being close to nature. I can't be far away from the ocean or nature. I have to connect. And another thing I learned today is like I have to be barefooted. Like if you want to get rid of the jet lag, you just go find the spot where it's grass, and you just take off your shoes and walk barefooted, so you can get rid of the jet lag and you don't feel the jet lag.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
good. I like to do that, but I didn't know.
Yeah, because you're releasing energy and you're recharging
Oh, wow,
to get
that's
rid of the
nice.
jet lag. Yeah. So try
Mm.
it. Next time you travel, let me know if you did it. How did it
Okay.
go? Yeah. I was like, what's wrong with Claudia there walking barefooted
Barefoot.
there on the grass? But you're reconnecting, you're
That's
recharging.
what everybody should do. That's what we used to do back in the days before, technology came along.
I
Enjoy
know.
nature.
You know
Yeah.
what I love about technology? That connect us. You can be on another side of the world, but we can see each other, and we still feel close,
Yes. True.
in a way. we're gonna touch each other. We're gonna, but at least we're close.
Yes.
So, what else would you like to share with us? We only have 5 more minutes. I know time flies when you're having fun.
Uh, Let me see. I don't know. Oh, you wanted to know who my celebrity crush was?
Yes.
Uh, I like action movies, and I could say, Tom Cruise
Oh,
is my celebrity crush.
okay. Okay. Okay.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, I like his acting, and when I'm on set, I
You're
think
looking
I,
for
I
him.
think of him, and then I try to, act like him. Like
Mhm.
I want to be as
So you're
good as
channeling.
him.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I want to
channeling
be as
when you're
good as him in
when
the
you're
acting.
acting. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm,
so
that's a good
you know.
answer. Well, I never thought about it when I'm on set and acting. I never channel anybody. I just channel myself.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
have to think like, oh, okay, okay, what is the script? What are we doing? And then try to relate something from a
Hmm.
movie or my personal life so I can kind of act it out. Um,
Got it.
and that's a whole new different career, but again,
You're doing good. Well,
God opened
kudos
that
to
door and
yourself.
I'm going with the flow.
Yeah, that's good. I'm proud of you, and just keep on going, keep on grinding, girl.
Yeah, because we only live once. And like I said earlier, life itself has so many opportunities for us. We have
Right.
some, and why not do it and go for it?
So we don't have that much time left, but I just want to ask you, where can people go and learn more about your beautiful books and your future projects?
Uh, I created a page in Amazon about the author, and I do plan to put a blog, yeah, blog,
Mhm.
and also I'm in Facebook and Instagram, and people can find me there
Okay. So they can find you under Claudia.
under Claudia, yeah,
Okay,
Rodriguez.
awesome. Well, thank
Hmm.
you so much, everybody out there that's been watching this episode of Chatting with Floor, and I hope you learned something positive. And thank you so much, Claudia, for being with me, taking this leap of faith again. And, I hope you enjoyed the chat and everybody out there had a good time as well and learned. And, anything else you want to leave for the audience?
Just keep enjoying life, have faith, and God bless you all.
And don't forget to buy this beautiful book and the other as well. Put the other one up so they can see the other one. Yeah, we still have time. We still have a few more minutes, but
Okay.
this is beautiful, and I want people to know, this beautiful book, and also the other one, El Salvador, 1979, and they have beautiful messages, and like I said earlier, people don't know all the work that goes through writing a book, especially nowadays. That everything is so digital, everything has changed.
Yeah,
So
it changes every week.
yeah, tell me
There's an
about it.
upgrade. Hmm.
Yeah, like I'm learning, like when I was doing my little research, about writing my book and everything, I was like, okay, I didn't know there was this much work on this.
Oh, that's how I feel now. It is a full-time job, and you know, I try very hard to be like other writers that they set 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day to just focus on the book. But sometimes I have to go to acting or do other things that it's really hard to do that every day. you know but everybody should find something, a hobby to do better,
What
or
makes
add
them happy,
something
what
to their life.
fills their heart. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we
So
don't have that much time, but thank you so much, Claudia. Love
thank you.
you. Thank
Love you
you,
too.
everybody.
How do they go
And
like this?
I know,
Yeah.
as long as it's not the other one, though. But yeah.
Okay.
But thank
Okay.
you so much, and all the viewers and listeners of Chatting with Flora at LA Talk Radio, thank you, and we'll catch you on the next episode. And thank you so much, Claudia,
Thank
and
you.
peace and love.
Peace and
Anything else?
love. And see you in the next one.
Yeah. Of
Okay.
course.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
You're listening to Chatting with Flor Moran, only on LA Talk Radio.